Okay, thank you. I'm Francois Gasengayire. I work for the International Development Research Center. It's a Canadian corporation. I'm based in Nairobi, and I work within the program area that we call Agriculture and Environment, specifically ecosystem and human health. I'm going to speak to a case study of a project that IDRC has been supporting in Malawi in particular in relation to reducing child nutrition through improvement of environment, particularly soil quality. We know that the development process is faced with some critical and complex challenges related to population growth, global environmental change, poverty, high level of food insecurity and nutrition insecurity, economic crisis, food prices crisis, etc., etc. And all these challenges are interconnected. Not only they are interconnected, but they are global, they are felt locally, and they have a bearing on health. So to get a better understanding of this complexity, we need an approach that is suitable really to develop that kind of understanding. When IDRC has developed an approach, ecosystem approach to health, in short, eco-health, that is rooted in the recognition that human health depends on health environment, and human prosperity depends on both health people and improved ecosystem conditions. And eco-health is also grounded in 6 principles. Number 1 is system thinking. Anne has just mentioned that. System thinking enables to consider the relationship between the social and ecological system and the dynamics within them. Coming to research, it helped to really get a better understanding of the problems, its scale, its limits, and this leads to design a more effective research process. Transdisciplinarity helps to integrate. We need scientific knowledge, but also people knowledge. Those are the people who feel, who live the problem, so they have knowledge, they have the capacity, they try to adapt to address those problems. So we need to integrate scientific knowledge and local knowledge, and also it helps to integrate research methodologies and tools across different disciplines. Participation, we know it. It enhances ownership and leads to local rooted innovation. And social and gender equity are quite important as well. And eco-health approach also wants to really test, validate the knowledge that comes from research in real life. That is what we call research to action. And then it pays attention to sustainability, both social and ecological sustainability. Now, this has been promoted in various areas in Africa, in Latin America, and in Asia. So I'm just presenting one case study in Malawi, where a research team from University of Western Ontario, together with the University of Malawi, Ekwendeni Hospital, that is in the north of Malawi, they have come together and put up a research design to address malnutrition in Malawi, where we have high poverty levels, child malnutrition is there, 50%, and food insecurity is also there. Most farming households experience regular food shortages. Sorry. Now, what this project did was to introduce new agroecological practices consisting of really rotation between maize and legumes, but also intercropping legumes. We have maize, grain legumes, groundnut, soya bean, rotation and intercrop, maize, legume intercrop and rotation, and also rotation or intercropping with trees, agroforestry. The other thing they did was to bury the legume residue before the next farming season, and this has helped to enrich the soil in nitrogen and also improve soil fertility and increase maize yield. On top of that, the research team has really put in place, engaged the community in a social transformative approach. First, trying to understand the social relations of child care and feeding. By the way, in Malawi, the grandmother play a big role. They are the ones who decide on how to feed the kids. The grandmother, not the mothers. And the process was led by the research team. It was a process, farmer-led research, combined with farmer-to-farmer learning. What the farmers have learned, they took the step to go and teach to other farmers. And then there is a whole set of education through legume residue promotion days, nutrition recipe days, livestock discussion meetings, etc. And these gender and equity issues were brought to local level, to household level, and also at community level. And the project has also tried to build the community, to build really community-based institutions such as cooperative. In terms of outcome, before I come to that, the community has also engaged in building a community seed bank. The seeds are distributed to community, to farmers, and when they harvest, they pay back the double of what they have received. That way you can build a seed bank and then also continue to create that kind of exchange of seed. So what they are doing, they are growing and eating dietary diversity. In terms of outcome, this project has come up with really tangible outcomes, increased knowledge of the links among degraded soils, food insecurity, and child malnutrition. It has improved soil fertility and has made available legumes rich in protein and other micronutrients. Some 7,000 families benefited from now this project, from legume diversification and nutrition education. And then we have seen improvement of child nutrition for 4,000 children who have been engaged in the process. And this project has helped as well to get a second phase project, which is now looking at how climate change affects all these linkages between agriculture and food security and how farmers can adapt to that. So the project is going on, and the research team also has been able to secure a grant from former CIDA to scale out the findings and the lessons from this project. And recently, last year, the project was visited by the UN Special Rapporteur on the right to food as a model to emulate elsewhere in the country. So I'm going to stop here. I had another case study, but in the interest of time, I think I'm going to stop here. The other project is in Tanzania. It's trying to, based on the research, to develop eco-nutritional guidelines that will help not only the community, but also the institution, the researchers who want to really go in that area, what they have to pay attention to. Thank you very much.